So this video is about disassembling a Wagner Flexio, and specifically this part, the gun part. The trigger part was sticking for me, and I could tell there was just something not right in there. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take off the front cover and these little parts here. They're super easy to remove. You just unscrew it and pop those off. Then you can see there's this sort of nylon needle. This is what controls the flow of the paint, and it's a mechanism that's deep down in here. So the only way to clean it is disassemble it. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pop off this yellow plastic little trigger thing. Super easy to get off. You kind of have to dig in with your fingernails and stuff, but it will pop off. And then the next thing, once you have that removed, is there's this metal pin. And the pin is pretty easy to remove. You just pull it out with pliers, and then once the pin is out, you're going to pull out that nylon needle. That's not hard to remove. I want to show you a little bit of a different angle on these parts real quick. If you push in on the nylon needle with something, you can see the metal rod will move back and forth. That might make it easier to pull out with the wrench. So I did that. That's what helped me get it out. Just a little trick for removing that rod. And this is what it looks like when everything is pulled out of it, the little needle. You can see that the needle is like super dirty. There was a spring at the end of the needle, so there's the spring. It all comes out as one piece, so make sure that spring comes out. But look how dirty that is, and it's no wonder it wasn't really working very well. So I got that little needle out, and I got some paint stripper, and I just kind of went at it with a wire brush, and because it was just gunked up with paint and stuff. So I went at it here with this wire brush, and I could tell that it was
I'll
getting
get it
off.
as clean as I
can. There may have been some
and
broken
put it back
parts in there
see
too.
what
I'm not
happens.
for sure, because this is the first one I've ever disassembled, but I was able to get all of the paint off, and it did look like it was in pretty good shape. So I put the spring back on, and it was looking way better now. And then all you do is you slide it back into the little hole with the spring on. And it's important, you've got to line up, there's a little hole that goes through the nylon needle, and you've got to line that hole. You can see that hole here. You've got to line it up with the two holes on the side of the gun housing, because that's where that metal rod is going to go through. And then what I did was I took the concrete here, I pushed the gun up against the concrete to push that plastic needle in a little bit, because you have to push the plastic needle in a little bit to make the holes line up so that rod will go in. But it wasn't that hard. You saw me just do it right there. I put the rod in, and there you can see the rod is back in place, and it just slides back and forth, so you can adjust it if you need to, if it's not perfectly centered. And then all you do is you're going to pop the yellow little trigger back in place. Again, it wasn't hard to remove, and it's not too hard to put back in. Just kind of snap it in over the rod, and then once you've done that, you're done. And it was really easy. There's just a few parts here, and it's just disassembling it and putting back together.
Oh my god.
And for me, the gun worked way better now. Like, there was no clicking like there was before. The action was really smooth. So I'm super stoked to try it now without anything gunking up inside the gun. And thanks for watching.